to hang out with some of my friends in the magical world of YouTube. Well, yeah, our power should be on. We should have sound. I'll give you guys a little while to log on. While you're doing so, I hope you enjoy this beautiful bird song that's happening behind me. I'm actually going to keep the camera on the view this way until you guys get to going over here. But for those of you guys who are just now logging in, I'll give you a few still. Hey, all of my friends, I see the first one is here. Thank you for checking in. My name is Chuck the Sandman Collins, and welcome to Together We Grow Sustainable Gardening Solution Specialist Show. Well, we're starting off today in our traditional gardenings, but as you guys are logging on, I will tell you, actually, just hang out with me for a little while I get things set up. I'm going to keep the camera over here on this wonderful view. I'm over here. I'm going to go over to the shed because I have to go get some twine and I have to get some scissors. So while I'm gone, do me a favor. If you could be so kind, keep an eye on the gardens real quick. I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Now, I still like to talk to the camera while I'm on the other side of the yard, but because I am quite a distance away, the audio may be cutting in and out. I am aware of that, especially now because I'm actually in the workshop shed. Oh man, I gotta bring you guys in here one day. This stuff is so cool in here. I should be coming back with an audio range now, but I did notice something. If you guys are staring at the birds, you're looking at goldfinches and lesser goldfinches, and you just saw the hummingbirds make a couple of rounds at the feeder, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm back, guys. So we're still just gonna be taking a few minutes, just still getting set up in the yard. And I'm gonna be showing you guys some updates on how the plants have been doing, because I did take the weekend off, and I appreciate you guys with your patience. I know I said that I was going to tune back in on Sunday, and I apologize for that. But first and foremost, it's family everything with me and mine over here at the house, so it's family everything. So I got to spend some incredible time with my family this weekend. But we are back to gardening, and I have something cool I want to show you guys. Remember, let me change the camera angle. Remember how we used to have the really tall plants behind me, the ones that had all gone to flower already? And we've been harvesting them over the last week or two. We let them go to flower, we let them go to seed. We realized we got pretty much all of the growth out of them. We said, okay, let's cut these boys down. We're gonna hang them, we're going to dry them, and then we are going to break them down and we are going to compost them. Well, one of the mystery vegetables that I wanted to tell you guys about is actually this. And this is celery or celery root. It's just packed, and I'm going to go over this a few more times during the video. I know we still have some folks on tuning in, but this is absolutely packed with vitamins, essential vitamins and minerals, and it's related to the celery family. So when you guys saw this growing back here, the really tall plants I had behind me, it was actually this. I didn't know what it was. Still in the same family as parsnips, other bulbous vegetables that grow like this, and it looks a lot like celery. It does. But if you guys remember, when the plants were super tall like back, the leaves didn't quite look like celery, but I always noticed that it tasted like celery. Let me make sure that my audio and everything's working. There we go. But yeah, I noticed that it tasted not even it tasted a lot like celery. And lo and behold, this and celery are in the same family. So lucky me. The idea is you grow this, you can harvest the roots, you can harvest you can eat the stems. It tastes a lot like celery, not quite, but a lot like celery. You can eat the leaves, chop them up, put those in salads. Make sure my video's on. Hey, Andre, how's it going, fam? Oh, man. Hey, I'm glad that you're here. Hey, Andre, man, please do me a favor, brother. If you get a chance, please email me or inbox me or message me. You can email me, and this goes for all you guys. You can always email me at charles@togetherwegrowaz.net. That's charles@togetherwegrowaz.net, especially all my international friends. You guys have literally taken the time to help build this little presentation into what it is. Hopefully we're getting a little bit better every day. But back to celeriac and this little bulbous root right there. What we want to do is, you'll usually harvest this when it's about 5 inches in diameter. 5 inches in diameter. And then you'll rinse off all of this dirt, obviously. You'll cut off the roots, and you'll take a knife, and you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. So give me 1 second, my friends. Let's get you over here with the birds. Let's stop this camera for a minute while I step off, while you guys can take a break yourselves. If you guys want to grab a cup of tea, some coffee, anything of that nature, the bird just almost bombed me. Anything of that nature, please feel free to do so right now. Guys, we are going to have an absolutely incredible show today. Sit tight, I'll be right back. I want to show you what that looks like after it's harvested properly. Stop following me, camera. So while I have you guys off to the side, I took one of those celery roots, it's a celery root, and I did the process that I was telling you about just now. I did it earlier today, but I want to show you what it looks like, what it's finished, and some of the uses that you could have for this. See, listen, you guys give me recommendations on how we can improve the programs and the shows and the presentations, and I absolutely listen. Hey, my name is Chuck the Sandman Collins, and I'd like to welcome you to Together We Grow, Sustainable Gardening Specialist Show, built by yours truly, all of you amazing folks who are enjoying the presentation. Just now we were talking about celeriac, celery root, in the celery family. Packed vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin K. This is incredibly healthy. If you're someone like myself, a little bit up there, a little bit older in age, and you suffer from high blood pressure, and you want to keep your blood pressure down, you want to keep it stable, this goes awesome. This helps out tremendously. And what you would do is, while this is growing, you can harvest the leaves, you can eat the stem. Although I wouldn't eat the stems when they get like super fibrous like that. I'm not too crazy about that, but you can eat the leaves, you can eat the stems. But what you would do, what this is grown primarily for, is this part right here, that bulb right there. It's super packed with energy. It can take the place of all types of other tubers and starches inside of foods, but it's actually a vegetable, and it's incredibly packed with nutrients. Like I said, vitamins A, B, K. It's incredible for your blood pressure. So what we would do is you take a knife, you rinse off all of your dirt, obviously. You take a knife, trim off your large roots. Then this brown outer edge right there. Let me turn messages on because I love listening to you guys while I'm talking. Sorry about that. Oh my God, man, once again, I appreciate it, Andre. I really do, brother. For all of you guys that are doing, hey, Cat, how's it going, man? Oh, you're absolutely right, roasted. You know what, guys? Here's what I'm going to work on. Because the phone is so far away, when you're talking to me, sometimes I'm missing some of the amazing suggestions that you're making. You're absolutely right. Roasted. This is so delicious roasted. And it grows fast. It grows fast. You see how it's going through its final stages. This is why we're pulling it now, because this is primarily a fall to a winter growing vegetable. And in order for it to get really good like this, because I noticed during the winter, the late winter months here, the late winter season here, we had 2 big frosts, and then these things got gigantic. It's like the same thing with the kohlrabi. After those 2 frosts, these things just exploded. So, again, you take a knife, remove that rough outer shell exterior, and I'm not going to keep this out the water for long because I don't want to ruin it, guys. But look at how beautiful this is. Look at how beautiful that is. and that is trim, and that is delightful, and that it can be cooked, it could be roasted, it could be sauteed, it could be put in sauces, it could be put in soups. There are so many things that you could do with this little versatile vegetable right here. Once it takes root in the winter, the fall, winter months, it's good to go on its own. And Together We Grow, we're going to try to introduce and suggest vegetables and crops for you that maybe you don't have time to be in the garden all day. All right, so we're going to try to introduce vegetables and crops for you that don't take up absolutely all of your time, maybe some of your time, but at least you'll still have some spare time. For you folks that are with me now, thank you so much. Just a reminder, all sponsorships, not sponsorships, all donations, all subscriptions, everything goes to building these gardens that you see right here. And I sort of have to apologize because you folks that have been watching from day one, that have been helping me develop this presentation, know for a fact that we start every morning off with opening the gardens and getting them started. And I have not done that yet. So a couple of things that we need to take a minute to do right now. We need to fill up the bird feeder, the traditional, the standard bird feeder. The Niger bird feeder is full. The hummingbird feeder is full. We actually took the time to wash and clean once a week. If I gave you guys a suggestion, this is if you have time. But seriously, it's good for you, it's good for your yard, it's good for the hummingbirds because it can spread diseases from a dirty hummingbird feeder. At least once a week, take that down. Don't use your protection gloves, but take that down. Scrub your hummingbird feeder. Some mild soap, no heavy detergents or anything. Don't put it in a dishwasher, but just check the inside and check the exterior for any type of exterior or interior algae or mold growth, because that can inhibit and actually harm the growth of that hummingbird. And in some legends that these guys are actually the spirits of fallen Aztec warriors. I don't know about you, but I don't want to pee them off. So, a little bit more. I know you guys are like, man, is he done talking about celeriac? The answer is no, he isn't. Not yet. Not quite yet. Because not only do we have one, and I know I could have grown these better, guys. I know we have two. I know I could have grown these better if I actually knew what they were. You guys just see that? They call me Dusty Chuck because he got dust on. Oh, look, come over for a second, guys. Whoo, that was a good one. Look, see, you never know what you're gonna get when it's live. Let's take some soil. Let's take some of this. Let's scrape this because I don't want to waste this. I don't. I still want these to dry out on their own, but sans the roots, I'm not gonna waste that soil that's on there. I still haven't had a chance to go to the box store, to the local livestock store. There isn't really one close to me. This is the box stores. Local livestock stores are on the other side. I do live in the city of Tucson, guys, so don't get it bent. We do have livestock stores here. Did you know, it's not that I'm a huge fan of the sport, but the Relito racetrack, I think, is the oldest short track horse racetrack in America. I think it is. And I don't approve of the sport or anything, but I just wanted to tell you an interesting fact about where we're at. Now, I'm not gonna hang these, obviously. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set these to the side because I want this. I want 1, 2, 3. In a couple of days, we're gonna take a look at the hydroponic system. You guys are really gonna crack up because you're gonna see that I didn't realize what these were in a hydroponic system, but these things actually thrived, not even in a tray system, in the Piglet, sorry, in the Brooklyn Bridge tunnel system. Yeah, these guys absolutely thrive. So we're closing in on 2 big dates, guys. The first big date is April 28th, is it? April 28th. And that's going to be, let me set these guys right here. April 28th, that's going to be the 1 hour special on Uplift on how to take a bunch of these practices and procedures, techniques that we're doing here, and not only feed your family with them, not only save you money in your house and on your monthly or weekly or even daily budget, but if done correctly, put some extra money in your pocket. If you haven't had a chance to do so, please go through our earlier live videos. My preferred way of communicating with you guys from now on is through live videos. I love the interaction. It keeps me on my toes, and it makes me think of things while I'm recording that I usually wouldn't have thought of. And if it was a finalized movie type post or movie type content on YouTube, I would have left a lot of stuff out. I really want to get more comfortable with talking to you folks on a one-on-one basis like this. So even while I'm talking to you, let's get some of those other plants over here. There we go, guys. Now, looks like it isn't it? Whole different kind of plant. This is the green Mizuna plant. So same thing, just gonna go over those potatoes. I don't wanna waste the dirt. I'm so shocked our potatoes took off. Shocked and happy because you know I keep it 100 with you guys, right? When I mess up, I mess up. We had tomato starts, like high-end tomato starts. Problem is, in a fabric pot, and I can't stress this enough, guys, when it comes to fabric pot gardening, fabric pots are unforgiving. If you don't water them, you will see an immediate difference because they don't have that deep water basin like traditional in-ground gardening does. So please keep that in mind. If you want to try something like fabric pot gardening, you have to make sure that those plants are watered, especially things like potatoes. So with that being the case, I would always recommend, if at all possible, like right now we have this natural dent in this table just because of heat and just weight and stuff being on it. So when I water the potatoes, like I'm going to do in a second, a pool of water will actually form underneath these fabric pots. I'm not worried about attracting mosquitoes or anything because potatoes like to drink water and they drink water quickly. So after these plants are fully saturated in water, the water that does seep out from the bottom, these plants soak it right back up. So I'm not worried about that. But if I didn't have that, I would always recommend, if at all possible, this is ceramic. You don't have to get ceramic. I want to stress this to you guys. You don't have to buy exactly what I have. Don't do that. Get what you can afford. And if you can't afford it, necessity is the mother of all invention. That's what we like to do at Together We Grow. We always factor in maybe someone might not be able to pay for something. Maybe they might not be able to buy it. So we think of alternatives that you could use in your house. In this case, maybe you have an old, be it plastic or glass container, dish, anything of that nature. The shape really doesn't matter. The potato doesn't care. If the dish is rectangle and this is circle, the potatoes literally don't care. This is still going to sit in that container. Maybe it's one of those Tupperware containers that you just have sitting in a cabinet somewhere, one of the larger storage ones. If you have larger foot containers or even things like this, take a look. It's just a suggestion. Not to make more plastic waste, but you could even use something like this, all right? And take scissors. Find a nominal height to where you would want your water level to be. So maybe an inch from the bottom. Take scissors or take a knife, cut all the way around. And that's only if you have one of these totes just sitting around spare. Please don't add to the plastic waste that we have on this earth and buy a tote just so you can cut it down. You could always get a shallow tray. So for you guys that are joining in now, oh my gosh, thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep you on this view real quick. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to take this already chopped, this beautiful specimen. Boy, look at that. Of celery right there. And I'm going to return this to the fridge. When I get back, we're going to trim some older leaves from this grow bed here. Actually, we're going to water this grow bed. Then we're going to water the Navajo grow bed #1. Then we're going to trim some of those older leaves. And you're going to see a drastic difference, an incredible difference in the amount of space and the amount of room for the undergrowth in this garden. So if you guys want to grab yourselves a drink, cup of tea, some water, pen and pad, take some cool notes, take some still frames of your boy. It's up to you. I will be right back and I'll see you guys in a second. Thank you so much for hanging out. While I'm in here, I got to tell you guys, I am so super stoked and excited because later on during this week, if I plan this correctly, I'm going to show you all of the harvesting steps where we started last week with the green onions, and I believe we left off with this is how you chop them, but I'm going to show you the entire process, ones that were chopped, put through our commercial grade dehydrator in our house, and they're ready to be turned into delicious powder. I'm going to show you the powdering process. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Seriously, guys, you could just take these green onions, the dehydrated dry ones, you could put them in a plastic baggie and just watch your favorite show and just roll the baggie in your hand. And they're still going to get powdered and turned to a dust. I'm only using the processor, the food processor, the grinder, because I have one handy. But everything that we do here, we try to figure out a way that you can do it at home without the extra costs. Hey, hold on, my friends. So that is back in storage. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being so patient. Let's give our camera a little twist. So next up, I'm going to go get the water hose because we have to water this garden. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. If you have any notes while we're out here hanging out, please feel free to post them right on the side. I'm going to get better with checking the screen while I'm talking to you guys, but I honestly spend all night, I'm not even kidding, guys, I honestly spend all night trying to figure out how to make the best possible content for all of you. Like, I seriously do. So if I'm not looking at the screen, it's not because I'm trying to ignore you. It's because, man, I can't wait to tell them about such and such. Or I can't wait to tell them about this thing, tell them about this thing or that part, because this is just wicked cool for me. Here, this is one of those celery bottoms, the roots, and this is before I already removed the stems and I already removed the leaves. You see that, guys? This is what you're going to be left with right here. So that's removed. Then, like I said, you're going to take a knife or whatever your cutting device is. You'll remove this part on the bottom, and that brown part right there, you're going to remove that. And it's a delicious, creamy interior inside of this. And for those of you who have actually cooked with this, and those of you who actually have eaten it, they'll tell you how amazing this little vegetable is. So guys, I'm gonna take this, let me set this to the side with its other brothers, and let's go turn that water hose on. Come on. There we go. Whoop. Hello, camera, where you at? There you go, camera. Now, I think we had this discussion before about watering. And usually, in a garden of any size, I would always recommend some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Controlled watering system. So in this one, especially in the raised grow bed, and one that's got incredible, one that's got, I literally forgot the word when the water goes through it. Anyway, I remember it. But it functions incredibly. See, at a loss of brains, having a brain fart, loss of words. But one that works as efficiently as this, I would always prefer and recommend to have a controlled water system. In a case like this, I would have something like a soaker, and I'm still imagining it. Even Ola balls. Ola balls are a Native American technique of watering your gardens, where it's this, it's a breathable, and yeah, it's a breathable. The clay pots can actually, the water can be released. The pots, I don't want to say breathe, but the waters can be absorbed through the exterior of the clay pots. So you would actually just water your gardens by putting water in the top of the clay pots and then putting the lid on the clay pot. The roots for the plants will eventually find their ways to the clay pots. The reason I'm not doing it in this garden, hear me out, I'd need quite a few Ola pots in here, and also I'm constantly snatching plants up and putting them, hummingbird, snatching plants up and putting them in different places. And I also use this as a small RC course for my little tiny, got these little tiny scale 64 RC cars. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but draining, that's the word I was looking for. I don't know if you guys can hear that behind me, but that sound, that is the sound of a well draining raised bed. There we go. Oh, and also remember, guys, I like to come out here and I like to do the top watering because it allows me to get my steps in. I'm not jogging like I should be, and I need to get my butt out there and I need to jog some more. So I plan on doing that. This is a channel about fitness. While I have you over there, guys, see, can you eat a rainbow? No, oh shoot, I don't want to do that. Sorry about that. I don't like to waste water like that. I was trying to make a little fake rainbow with the sunlight reflecting or refracting off of the water droplets, and I messed that up. Almost sprayed the phone. But we live in the desert, and I don't like to waste a single drop of water, my friends. I don't. For you guys that are just now chiming in, or just now tuning in, hey, hola, my friends. My name is Chuck the Sandman Collins, and welcome to Together We Grow's traditional and sustainable gardening solutions. I'm not even joking with you guys. Like, an hour out here in these gardens goes by so fast. I'm waiting to hear the newer grow bed, this one, start draining, which should be any second up. There it goes. There we go. Nope, a little more in that corner right there. There we go. So in regards to watering the systems, nope, let's come over here. Sorry about that, guys. We got one more. I don't want to forget these babies over here. And this is what I was telling you guys about the potatoes, because they have that indentation in the table right there. Doesn't really take a lot to water these boys. Now here's where you're going to crack up. Remember, I actually showed you guys the potatoes the other day. I brought the pots over there, and they had just started breaking through. So we have our pool of water down there now. That's pretty much going to take care of those potatoes. For you folks that are just now tuning in and signing in, if you haven't already done so, please hit like, please hit subscribe, become a member. Every penny that you guys send to us, every single one, goes into creating these incredible gardens and trying to work on solutions and techniques to pass down for free for folks just like yourself. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go turn that garden hose off because I don't want to waste water. Enjoy the view. There we go. So guys, again, thanks for hanging out. Can you take a look down here? Rock with me, guys. Check this out. So, oh, pardon me. I want to make sure that the camera's on me. We got it? There we go. So, remember our little pond system down here? No additives, no solutions, no mixes, no nothing. And the water's usually dried out but by the end of the day. But because I took the weekend off and I knew I still had some basil and some of the prettier ornamental plants to transfer, I just put some water in there and I set these in there and I walked away. And this is the purple and a Genovese basil upon my return. Look at how good that looks, guys. And that's not bad. And that's with the most carefree care. I did absolutely nothing to take care of this stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh man, you have hard water. Oh, I got a trick for you. I do. I got a trick for you. You ready for this one? If at all possible, hear me out, guys. If at all possible, those 55-gallon drums that are used a lot in sustainable gardening, the food-safe ones, or the ones that we use for rain collection. Excuse me, guys, got a little bit dizzy standing up that quick. If at all possible, use your garden hose. Fill that up all the way up to the top. That gives you 55 gallons of water on standby. Now, here's where you got to get a little bit creative. Listen to me. Figure it out, guys. Watch this, watch this, watch this, though. It's going to be so cool. Watch. If you can get 2 of those, because usually if you can find one of those 55-gallon drums or a drum of any size, large water container of any size, food safe, obviously water safe, if you can find 2 of those, try to find them free. Free is always more fun and better for me. Fill both of them up. After 24 hours, after that water sits in there, For 24 hours, the chlorine is cooked off. A bunch of the stuff, the chemicals, the stuff in there that makes it hard water and makes it so nasty for plants is literally gone. All you have to do is let that water sit for 24 hours before you use it. A lot of master gardeners will tell you the same thing. If your water's too hard, or if you take too many chemicals and things to condition it, let it sit for 24 hours. That doesn't work all the way across the board, but for the most part, it actually works. And I just want to save you guys a dime, a dollar or two. So I hope that works out for you, and I hope that tip is helpful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our scissors, guys. We're going to come over here. And I'm looking at the grow bed, and I can see right here, there's a head of lettuce that, let me give you guys a better shot. There is a head of lettuce that needs some trimming. There's some chard. I think that's, man, oh, I got it. That is chard. This is chard, and that's rutabaga. So I'm not going to poison myself by eating nasty leaves. Ha, I've learned the difference. So how's everybody going? Pardon me. Let me get this screen down here. There you go. Let's tighten up the shot a little bit. There we go. Let's identify our next position. There we go. Perfect, guys. Okay, for you folks that are just now tuning in, I swear to you, ask anyone who's been doing this with me from day one, how cool and awesome that setup that I just did was. Not totally perfect, but way better than the stuff that we've done before. I'm not going to put my gloves on yet, guys, but I'm going to need to put these on because I'm going to need to turn a bunch of this topsoil. And I'm going to get it down to a few inches. I'm going to turn it for a few inches, number one, because it's just fun, and I like to get my hands dirty in the soil. It's one of the perks, things that you can't do in traditional gardening. So this lettuce right here, this is the one I'm talking about. It's seen better days. And these are all super drooped like that because they've never seen light. Like, not really. The ones you see standing up and all tight and taut over here are the ones, basically are the new ones in the middle, because they're going to have the first opportunity to get to that enriching and life-giving sunlight. Now, I'm not going to eat any of this. Not because I'm not going to wash it, but because it's just too much hassle, and I have access to a lot fresher lettuce and other brassicas here. But I am definitely not going to throw this away. You guys know where this goes. Right down there. I'm going to set it on top of the compost bin until I get done in here. Then I'm going to bring it inside. I'm going to put it in a compost bag, and I'm just going to let it permeate till I get the bag full. Actually, I think I have some going in the kitchen right now. Same thing with this lettuce plant here. Let's set that right there. And pardon me with the snipples. I apologize, guys. It is sort of semi-late in the allergy season. Let me get... It's a purple kohlrabi right there. I might as well knock that one out too, right, guys? I mean, if I'm over there in the area, if I'm going to take care of one, I might as well take care of the other. That only makes sense. I'll be right back, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just coming over here and grabbing the scraps. But I don't want you getting your neck all wrecked trying to follow me around. There we go. Wow, you guys, you know what? You can actually see the space opening up already over here. Yeah, you can. That's pretty cool. You can actually see the space opening up already over here. I'm going to, because now the garden's actually talking to me. Right about here, we have a pepper plant here. Not sure what kind of pepper, because you guys know me, I'm adventurous, and I always forget because I don't use the labels. Recommendation, unless you really, really don't ever need to know what you put in the garden, use the little labels, man. A good alternative to buying the plastic ones. Popsicle sticks are always good. If you have plastic cups that you've used, red Solo cups or things of that nature, cut them into strips. You can also use those. The erasable markers work good on those red Solo cups. Cut them into strips. Set them right in your, cut them into strips. Write the name of the plant on them. Set them right next to the plant. When they're done, put that little plastic strip out. It's BPH free. Wipe it off. Plant the next thing. Reuse it. Save a little money. Save a little money. Prevent a little trash, right, guys? Save a little dough. Prevent a little trash. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. I don't think those are the words to the song. Are they the words to the song, guys? So, we are here in, let me see, tell it to stop. There we go. And we want to take a quick look at it. Pardon me. Let's see, there we go. There we go. Right here, we have chard. Right here, nope, you just screwed that up. He might get poisoned in this yard today because I'm mixing myself up as I'm talking about it. Okay, guys, we're going to come up with the ultimate way for people to figure out the difference between chard and rhubarb. I'm almost positive this is rhubarb because rhubarb has that pink leaves, the pink stems, and the white creamy tops going up. So leaves look very similar to chard. Difference being is chard's leaves and chard stems, the stems go all the way up through the leaf. So as this is reddish right here, I believe this is rhubarb. Yeah, because number one, and also it looks like rhubarb. Okay, how ridiculous is that? It looks like rhubarb. Just know what rhubarb looks like, Chuck. I hope I got that right, guys. If I didn't get it right, please let me know. Please correct me. We're all in together on this gardening journey, and I don't want the last words of my tombstone to be, he thought it was rhubarb. He swore it was rhubarb. I'm saying rhubarb a lot, like way too much right now. So how's everyone going? How's everyone doing? If you are just logging in, my name is Chuck the Sandman Collins, and welcome to Together We Grow's Gardening Solutions Specialist Show. We're doing some upgrades, or not some upgrades, we're doing a whole bunch of upkeep that I put off doing over the last few days because I was enjoying some much needed time with my family. But that being said, let me show you guys the true stars of the garden. Now I know you guys remember this guy right here, right? His name is Bobby Kohlrabi, Bobby Kohlrabi. Look at how big this thing is now. You remember how the size of this thing a few weeks ago? That's my fist. That's the kohlrabi. The purple kohlrabis are picking up as well. I just like saying that word now. So we got one. We got the giant white one right there. We got another one in a cuts right there. See, I don't even know about this guy. The purple one in the cuts over there. I want to show you guys what we were just doing, a close-up of what we were just doing on this other side of the garden. So here's where the larger plants were rooted. This is where the was. We removed those. We got them all out the way. That's the youngest arugula that we had growing. Remember the baby one, the third stage growth in our growing system? And this one will be coming down soon. So the oldest plants we have here, we have the rutabaga, we have the unchard, we have the escarole. We just put these tomato plants here. Remember that, guys? Look at this. We just transferred those into this system. And now you can actually see the line structure and the color structures when I was telling you guys. We're going to have this camera flip back in 1 second, but I was telling you guys about the cacophony and the palisades of colors that you can put into a garden to bring out more of that beauty than we could possibly imagine sometimes. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that quick update view. I think, yeah, we're going to go right back to that other side again. And in my eye, I don't know if you guys want to. Yeah. Because we have, hear me out, on this side of the garden, we have, I'll go down the row. It's a tomato plant, lettuce, kohlrabi, lettuce, Swiss chard, tomato, kohlrabi, celery, lettuce, Swiss chard, arugula, lettuce, tomato. That's just on the wall going down. That's just on the wall. So vegetable-wise, this is going to be flourishing because on this back row, we got basil. And you see how we spread it out? Separate the basil, the lettuce, peppers, things of that nature. We got basil, we got peppers. Oh, yeah. Well, you got basil. Oh, pardon me, that's on the line coming down here. So that would be the tomato, that would be the kohlrabi, that'd be a basil, and that'd be a pepper right there. If I wanted to be slick, I could actually take one of those ornamental plants and put it right there. Add a nice little pop of color. I believe Rosie has some ornamental plants up front that she's not using. You know what, guys? Let me bring this over here. She's going to get me. I want you guys to enjoy this view real quick. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. My wife is going to get at me because she told me to leave those ornamental plants down there. And I was like, I don't have a plan for them in the video, so I'm not going to do that. And she is not going to be happy. But guess what, guys? I'm going to blame it on you. I'm going to say it was your idea. So I'll be right back. Enjoy the view. If the audio cuts out, it's because I'm going to the front of the house and it's bound to happen. Please be patient and I appreciate your time. And you know what? I think she must have been watering these. These are dianthus. I believe I got, yeah, 2 containers of this. And I think she must have been watering these because they're looking pretty good. So, yeah, kudos for Rose. For those that know, Rosie is the better side of the team. She's a thinker. There's nothing that I know that she doesn't know. And I always encourage you guys, grow with your partner, not against them. Every one of us is a team. Through gardening, we have communities, but the closest communities are our families. Especially if you live in the United States. You know how close your community families are during Thanksgiving. Oh, those are good. So just like those, I'm just going to take these. I'm going to set them right in a pond. That's it. That's it. They already have enough, pardon me. They already have enough remaining food and nutrient solution on them from the store when we got them. Pardon me, guys. I just want to make sure that these legs are opened up correctly. Hey, so for you folks that are just now signing in, thank you. My name is Chuck the Sandman Collins, and welcome to Together We Grow, Sustainable Gardening and Solution Specialist Show. That's an awful lot to swallow. We'll just make it shorter. Thanks for hanging out with homie Chuck. Okay, let's go. We were just talking, guys, and we were discussing, if you're just tuning in, we discussed celery or celeriac. We discussed the nutrient balance of it, how to harvest it, what it looks like, when to harvest it, how to process it, how to take care of it, the nutritional value of it. So if you get a chance, please, please, please go back through and check out those videos. Right now, though, before we took that last break, hey, hummingbird, got to tell you guys, underneath grow bed number 2, there's a hummingbird. And the hummingbird isn't just there because the hummingbird's trying to listen because it enjoys the show. Here's why you don't see flies, gnats, mosquitoes, or anything around me when I'm doing this, because the hummingbirds take care of it naturally. Because there is something, hummingbird just came behind me, unless you saw it. He was like, you're absolutely right, Chuck. You guys see him? So because we have, let me get back to where I was, because we have a lot of nutritional value, almost everything in this garden is a food producing or a food product vegetable. Because we already have that set up. And there's a dust devil. That is nuts. But because we already have that established, what I want to do, let's see if you can see the angle of view from here. Let's see. Nope. Camera lost me. Camera, catch me back. There we go. I think the wall came in between us. Yep. Pardon me, guys. So I want to show you guys. So check this out. Now behind me, this is our outdoor entertainment area. And a reminder, guys, when it comes to our gardens, the one standard that I base our gardens on isn't even a garden at all. It's this show that I used to watch when I was a little kid called This Old House. And I was always fascinated by it because it would be the same old house and they would take different parts, different things apart on it. And they would put it back together. But through each one of these evolutions and stages in improving this house, they'd be showing you the basics how to do the same things to your house. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish in our gardening videos. So seeing we already have enough food products right here, And this is our primary sitting area for out here. So you have seating area, the gym, outdoor entertainment, microwave, blah, 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 whole 9 yards, water, blah, blah, blah. Imagine what I visualize as sitting here. Any given time, you got a nice spring, early summer breeze coming through, even the signs of a monsoon rain, something of that nature. You can just look back, and instead of just seeing cement or brick fence, you look back, you see the palm trees, you get the nice breeze from the Sonoran Desert, but you get this cacophony of color just exploding through your garden. And as the winter, as the monsoon breezes hit, all of these ornamental flowers are scent flowers. Yeah, they're attracted to pollinators. So they put out this amazing, amazing, amazing bouquet of scent. So now imagine, our entire yard is based on what? The principle of wellness. Wellness through walking, through health, wellness through nutrition, therapy through sound, therapy through scent. And it's nothing that you have to plug in. It's all natural. And that's kind of why we wanted, when we were offered the opportunity to take care of the traditional raised grow beds, we couldn't turn it down. There's no way we couldn't do it. We had to do this because when else are we going to get this opportunity? I already know where I want these guys. Because we have some nice punches of some less vibrant, but some nice punches of pink and some white petals on the, not geraniums. I'm gonna remember what you are. I'll remember you in a second. But on those there are plants right there. And what I wanna add right here, you guys are gonna watch this, wait till I'm done. Let's go over there. Let's get deep. Deep like the island sun. There we go. I'm really excited about this, guys. I'm really excited about the punch of colors. And these are mounding. Are these mounding? Yeah, these are gonna grow about 4 to 15 inches tall, full sun, 6+ hours a day. Yeah, no, I think she got, yeah, these are annuals. These are dianthus. So these are literally just going to add that little bit of punch that I want them to do in this garden. Don't hurt them, Chuck. Don't hurt them, Chuck. Don't hurt them, Chuck. You can do it. Oh, there we go. And that's what we call a perfect pull. Let me bring this over here. Take a look at this, guys. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at that. So remember, when transplanting these, I'm gonna loosen up that bottom. A lot of times, a lot of folks still cut it. They will. And I kind of want to do more than loosen up because I'm not too crazy about this. That filmy stuff that's going around the root ball. I don't like that. I'd rather get those roots more exposed. That's just me personally, though. So yeah, I'd rather get those roots a little bit more exposed. I'm gonna take that right to its planting depth, to its base depth, pardon me. And I'm going to make sure I gently fill in those spaces around it and then take remainder and always keep in mind, I'm always keeping in mind that I'm gonna have a remote control car that's about this wide going through this track. So I'm always gonna leave room on that edge right there. I can't wait to show you guys how beautiful that pop of color is. I'm gonna put another one right here. Yeah, I am. Guys, this soil is so rich. My goodness, my goodness. We've been asked, and thank you guys for the emails, the messages, the text. Given time, we respond to every single one of them. As a matter of fact, if you guys have emailed me or messaged me recently, you'll notice that I'm giving you the answers to a bunch of your questions that you asked me in your texts and messages. That's why I always prefer to go live. It gives me a much easier way to stay in contact with you folks. And oh my goodness, hold on, guys. But to stay in contact with you folks and to be able to immediately relay those answers to you without in as shortest time and as quickest time as possible, because we have so many things, so many gears turning right now. It is sort of kind of hard to keep up. So please bear with me. We appreciate you guys. That's a pink right there. And I'm sorry, I had to run over there, guys, because there's this color right here. And I'm telling you, this is gonna hit so hard, man. This is gonna hit so hard. This is a Wu-Tang song where Ghostface was talking about what he was gonna do, Glaciers of Ice. What he was gonna do to them Wallies or to them Clarks. He was like, yo, that color's gonna hit. This color's gonna hit. Watch this. Wait, do you see how pretty this is? Oh my gosh. And every time I do this, all I imagine is because my kids use this yard. My kids use it. My wife uses it. The whole family uses this yard. So one of the things that gets me going when I'm gardening is, man, they're going to come out here. They're going to look at that. You're like, yo, Dad's out there doing his thing. Guys, this entire corner right here is making itself. It is. I got to put one more right here. It's like telling me where it wants everything to go. The plants are talking to me. I almost busted my tail just now. Lesser shade of pink. Oh my goodness. It is. Just wait, guys. Wait. Come on. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice for Chucky. Come on, be nice. Oh, there we go. Almost got you. Almost got to be nice. Oh, wow. See, those are all stuck. Look at that. Woof. Here we go. So, here is the issue with removing that one. The roots, and that is, I think that's a mycelium colony started. And if that's the case, I'm not going to complain about this at all. I believe that's a mycelium colony started, and it's actually going between the root base, the roots in each plant that's in that pack. So kudos to whatever shop Rosie got those from. That's only going to add, hey buddy, that's the hummingbird, well, one of them. That's only going to add to the biodiversity, which adds to nutrient base in the health, overall health of the soil. So like I said, I'm not going to try to do too many things at once while we're in the garden. But what I said I wanted to do, I wanted to get a few of those moved in. Let's get these guys back over here. All right. Hey, buddy. You want to come back in so they can get a close view? Come here. Nope, just stay out of camera. I'm monitoring you, Charles. There he is, right there in front of me. Hummingbirds are not afraid of you, just a reminder. And we actually have, our house comes with a warning. And I think I know what the hummingbird's trying to tell me. Although I can't bother them, because if you guys notice, there are no more pollinating flowers here. So that means if the bees want to eat, the bees have to go for what? The hummingbird feeders. We washed, and I told you, as I mentioned earlier, we washed and cleaned the hummingbird feeders yesterday. But if you look now, 3, 7, 8 or 9 honeybees, 8 or 9 bees on the hummingbird feeder right now. But I can't bother them. I can't mess with them. They're pollinators, and just like the hummingbirds, they have every right to eat in this yard as every other plant or every other animal. So just to let you guys know, I don't just say stuff like that just to say it. I really live it. I really live it. I really be about it. But there's one more thing, in our next step in today's gardening journey. I'm often asked, why do we hang the arugula plants to dry? And I should have put that in the heading. I know I've mentioned it in the videos, so I'll mention it again. We hang the arugula plants to dry, as well as the other Mizuna plants and other brassica plants to dry, because while they go to flower and while they're still in growth stage and they've gone to flower, and even when they've gone to seed, the pollinators will have at them, the bees will have at them. We want the animals to eat as much as possible. We absolutely do. We want to keep attracting them to this yard. We want them to spread the word about how good things are in the Collins side of town, because we want to keep those incredible animals coming back. Now, after they're all dried up, after the seeds are all gone, we'll go through each plant. All you got to do is we have a cloth or on a clear piece of the cement, or a clear piece of our yard, or on a piece of tarp, and you gently, with the remaining branches. And the seed pods pop right off. Obviously, we don't do them all at once because we don't want to mix up seeds, but the seed pods pop right off. We didn't collect the seed pods. We categorized them correctly, accordingly. And the remaining stems and leaves and branches that are all dried up, we put them into a box or something. We stomp on them, crush them up as small as possible. Then we put them into the composter. The smaller things that you put into the countertop composter, the easier it is for it to break it down. So that's another reminder about that. You should put nothing in there that's more than like a ½ an inch long. So we're going to take our camera, guys. We'll move the camera first. Then I'm going to come back to the other side of the yard, and I'm going to get those branches that we have to collect and that we have to string up to go along with the ones that we already have here. So I hope you guys are still with me. I hope you're having a good time. Gotta apologize because, pardon me, you gotta apologize. I gotta apologize because the sun's gonna be to my back on this one. But these are the original plants that we had strung up. And just like I was saying, when we strung these up, some of them still were a little moist, but in that time, basically everything right to them dust. So we'll literally have a plastic bin under here. And if we're not trying to collect any seeds, or from ones that are like, yeah, these seed pods are all of these are depleted. The birds have, yeah. It kind of makes me want to cry a little bit, not because we don't have any future plant seeds that can collect, because we've had an awful lot of them already. It makes me want to cry a little bit because it's proof in real time that the birds are actually using this, that this system works, that this philosophy works. While we're in the yard, while you guys are with me, can you hear that amazing sound behind me? So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to get those branches. I'll be right back. Please enjoy the view. So we are back, my friends. For those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Chuck the Sandman Collins, and welcome to Together We Grow Sustainable Gardening and Solution Specialist Show. I say sustainable, for the most part lately, we've been doing a lot of traditional gardening. And I tell you guys why. It's, for me personally, it's a lot easier. Well, no, it's not a lot easier, but it's more beneficial for me right now because it's early in the season. And I'd usually be out jogging, but I'm not. It kind of sucks because I've been incredibly busy in the office. Not really a good reason. Now, we all have our own techniques of stringing them up, but you'll see mine in a second. What I'll do is I'll take one, same plants, string them up from the far end like this. And then I always picture, guys, this is going to get funny. I always picture, because I have a bunch of original art hanging from our yard from our incredible Tucson artists. If you guys get a chance, please look up Tucson, Arizona, look up original art. We have some of the greatest desert-based, Sonoran-based, just amazing indigenous artists ever. And I'm not saying it because I'm partial to our area, but I am kind of saying it because I'm partial to our area. Please check it out. Now, what I do is, I look at this picture and I'm like, how am I going to use our resting fauna, because that's what I call it when I'm letting these guys dry. How can I use those to accent some of the art in the garden? So, see how, I bet you some of you guys are already saying it like, oh man, he's framing the shit out of that. I am, I know. I'm gonna go right to here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a nice one. So right to here. You know what's crazy, guys? On the other side of the yard, where we strung these up last year. See, just like that, just that easy. I mean, where I strung these up just a little while ago. We have a second run of arugula, which I can't count it as wild. But I can't count it as volunteer because it's not really wild, but it is volunteer. Arugula coming up. And I got to tell you guys, that just tickled me pink. When I saw it, it really did. Because I was like, you know what? Monsoon season's going to come here soon, going to be here soon. And I don't even have to worry about watering that stuff. Nope, not at all. Just coming in to check on you guys. Oh man, Andre, are you still having fun, man? Hey guys. Sonoran Stoner. I do. As a matter of fact, you want to see it? Meet me at Tucson. Matter of fact, contact Tucson Village Farms. I'll show you the aquaponics system, the one that we rebuilt and redesigned with the students, as well as our upgraded and updated hydroponics tray system. I no longer have the aquaponics system at my house because I do a lot of world traveling and I do a lot of consultation. And although the aquaponics system, so I'm glad you brought that up, the aquaponics systems are basically plug and play. You still need to be there to monitor and to take care of them. I don't look at the fish as just food for, or poop food for the plants. I actually got to love those tilapia. And for those who are in the know about it, here's a funniest story about that whole adventure. When all was said and done, because we moved into our house here about 3.5 years ago. When all is said and done, I stopped harvesting the tilapia from the system. And I would give the larger ones away with people under the promise that they weren't going to eat them, although I can't really control what people do, because I realized how smart, how intelligent, how friendly, and how loving those fish really are. So when I do aquaponics now, the system that we built over at Tucson Village Farms, ornamental fish. Right now, some of you heard what I just said, and you're like, no bleeping way. Yes, bleeping way. Times change. People change. And I think what really got it was, and it wasn't pressure from them like that, not like real pressure, but I have a friend named Dax who owns this incredible restaurant in Portland. Gosh, he's going to kick my butt. He's going to kick my butt, but it's an award-winning vegan restaurant in Portland. Guys, I'm going to keep this over here real quick second. Anyway, fish have feelings. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get those other branches. Give me 1 moment. But yeah, it really wasn't because of Dex that I realized, but just me spending time with the fish like that, me being able to just spending time with them. And when I even teach the students now, when the students ask me, do you still have the aquaponics system where you can harvest the fish? And I was like, no. And they was like, well, why? I was like, because one day I realized that the fish can hear me coming and that they're looking out the water to see me coming. And because they don't get harvested on a regular like that, they understand it. Whenever they hear my feet, whenever they hear my voice, whenever they sense my vibration, they know it's about to be something good happening in that fish tank. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, shoot, I can't eat them anymore. That was pretty much the end of that. That was the end of that adventure. But that's just my personal journey, guys. It doesn't have to be yours. You know that. So we got this last one right here. And I know these are 2 different colors, but I also know that they're both Mizuna greens. So it's not even going to bother me doing it like that. I'm pretty fine with it. Yeah, I am. This may not matter to many, but I can't say it may not matter to many. We do make an effort. The string that we're using to twine isn't chemically treated. It can be repurposed. It can be reused. The branches, even the branches that you see me picking up, oh, pardon me. Even the branches that I'm picking up here, see how brittle these are? I can actually take these. Matter of fact, well, give me 1 second, guys. Enjoy this view for a minute. I'm actually going to take these branches that I just picked up and I'm going to set them in the composter inside the house. So I'll be right back. Please enjoy the view. We're in the kitchen now. The audio might be breaking up. If it is, I will be right back. So I apologize for that. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And these dried parts are going to go great in here. So yeah, I just picked up what you just saw on the ground and put it right inside the kitchen composter. So I don't have to worry about turning that. I don't have to worry about it just sitting on the ground, just becoming a mess and messier and messier. And hopefully you guys can see how with just a little twine and a little bit of your time, feeding the birds and the bees and everything from the seeds from your trees every day, you too can create a pretty cool ornamental wall just like that. So here's where it gets super dope, guys. We might be getting rain later on this week or early next week. fingers crossed that we do, because any remaining seeds on this wall, I know can already grow naturally in the soil underneath these rocks. So especially if those seeds can break through this top layer of stone that we have in the surface of the backyard, I know they're going to thrive, because in the area of the town where we live in Tucson, Arizona, it was actually farmable land. So we have great soil underneath the rocks. The problem is though, you can't waste that water source doing floodplain watering. That bothers me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because I know some people, that's all they can do and that's all they have. But I just don't see in-ground gardening a sustainable solution, not in the desert. I've been working the last 12 years consistently to find a sustainable way that we can in-ground garden in the desert. If you guys got one, you let me know. You let me know. We figured out as much, well, not figured out as much as we can. We're continuing our research, our ongoing research with hydroponics, aeroponics, aquaponics. I saw a version of the living wall today. Number one, it was an AI picture, but it was really, really sweet. But I saw a picture of the living wall today. And speaking of living wall, do you guys remember how bad this looked the other day when we gave it the trim? I mean, it's on final winter trim. Look at it now. The greens are back. The purples are back. This broccoli that I should have cut a long time ago will not quit. This guy is still doing whatever broccoli plants do. It will not quit. The chard is bounded back. The Mizuna is trying to make a comeback. Yeah, that is definitely, yeah, that's rutabaga. Rutabaga, rutabaga, rutabaga. I can definitely tell the difference now. And thank you for all little stomach aches over the winter time. I will never forget those. Guys, don't make that mistake. Please do not eat the leaves from rutabaga. They are incredibly bad for you. I am not a perfect gardener. If you guys have been hanging with me, you've seen my adventures. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. Here's the thing. I haven't actually put food in this system for, about 2 months now, just watering, and I just topped it off with water today. But I know that I should water it more because I'm transplanting tomatoes. Here's the tomato plant we put in here the other day, and the plants are responding incredible to it. So I'm going to feed this. Matter of fact, let's hit pause for a second. For you guys that are just now chiming in, how are you? My name is Chuck the Sandman Collins. Welcome to Together We Grow Sustainable Gardening Solutions Extravaganza. Yeah, I added that into it. I'm going to get the food to feed our living wall system. You guys give me a quick second. Enjoy the view. While I'm over there, what did I do with the twine? There's a ball of twine, and I don't know where I put it. But I'm going to find it. Our adventure continues. Let's take you back over to the living wall. Just give you a pause right there. Enjoy the view, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, all my friends, and as promised, follow me, camera. Okay, camera, stop being rude. There we go. There we go. As promised, we have our master blend, and we are going to feed our living wall. Now, there we go. I got it, guys. Audio. We good to go? Christine, how's it going? I know you saw that, right? It happened. Okay, so we're back on. Thank you, Andre. Right on, right on, right on, right on. So, guys, what you just witnessed was when Chuck does not tighten the gimbal. Poor Christine was. Sorry. Poor Christine was like, you know what? He was doing good, but I'm keep it honest. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for this to happen. Hey guys, we keep you on your toes. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Oh man, oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Alex Sam. I'm still going through them. See, it's so hard to read the names. I'm sorry about that. 3 FPV. Do we grow any fruiting trees? That is a good question. We will only grow fruiting vegetables because one of the reasons why we do sustainable gardening, the purpose of it is because you have short space, you have low or limited water usage, and you need to be able to, sorry about that, guys. Trying to get this to hit straight. There we go. You need to be able to push a crop in and out real fast. That's why sustainable gardening is meant primarily for fast-growing, quick rotation crops. Crops that in traditional gardening you would be able to do fast, but you can do much faster and much more efficiently using sustainable gardening techniques. That's why, although I do know some sustainable gardening specialists who have had success with fruiting trees, it kind of defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. In the time and in the space that it takes you to grow one avocado, and avocado is one of the biggest water suckers of any plant. It's one of the ones that put in the Colorado River, as well as that entire water reservoir system in California and in Arizona in trouble. It's actually avocados. So we want to try to avoid growing things that shouldn't be grown in the desert. You may say to yourself, well, they grow avocados in Mexico. I encourage you guys, please, everyone who's watching, if you haven't done so, take a look at the fertile regions in Mexico, and you'll see why a huge number of our crops in America are actually grown in Mexico, because for a larger part of the year and a longer part of the year, they have larger swaths of more fertile land. So I hope that helps out. Guys, I'm the live, and I'm going to learn how to do it, but I'm trying to keep it so that the live chats actually stay up while I'm talking to you. So let's turn the amazing jumping camera back around. And let's see if we can get this right. There we go. So we have our 3-part master blend nutrient system. There is the potassium, what is it? Potassium, magnesium, other trace nutrients, and sodium. So for the most part, those 3 basic things. We do not put them in all at once. Usually I would have my drill and I would put 1 part in. I'd have the paint mixer or tip on my drill, and I would use that to make sure that that's thoroughly mixed up. Or I could also just do this. There's also that part. There's the complicated and there's the KISS method, the keep it simple, sir. There's part 1. Like seriously, guys, and this is how long, when folks ask how long does it take to take care of the plants, you got to be out there for hours every single day. I'm out here for an hour day today and for the last couple of weeks because I love spending time with you amazing folks. Hopefully these videos are getting better every single day. I'll tell you guys a little side note right now that you may not be able to see in the camera, but I have solar powered lamps all through my yard. Woo! And I have one that's so close to going up my cookie cutter right now that if I make the wrong move or accidentally slip, you guys are going to get the YouTube video of a lifetime. And I just don't want to provide you with that entertainment. So I'm going to put this last part in, which is the sodium, the salt. Oh my God, I laughed and spilled some. Sorry, guys. I really hope you guys are having as much fun as me. There's that last part there. Oh, I feel it right there. Oh man. Oh, this is a straight up don't drop the soap moment, Chuck. That's the culprit. It's the culprit, this guy right here. Sorry about that, guys. That's how long it takes to feed the entire system. Let's come back over this way, guys, because oh man, I'm sorry. Oh, pardon me. That could have got weird real quick. So I'm going to go into the workshop shed. Follow me real quick, guys. I know I'm going to vanish into the darkness. Just like, is that a ghost? Is that a walking T-shirt? No, this is your boy. I'm still here. I'm still here. Oh God. But yeah, I had to put the scissors up. Woo. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's activities, today's gardening adventures. I know I did. I want to make this every single day, especially when it went as smooth as it did today. For you guys that have been hanging out every single day, thank you. For the guys who have sent me the information on the inbox, later this week or early next week, we're going to be getting those mugs out to you. The cups, the mugs, the whole 9 yards. Maybe throwing a few extra things as well. Yep, camera, stop acting weird. There you go. Maybe throwing a few extra things as well. But right now, I am going to get off this horn. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get me a big glass of water. And I'm going to finish watching what I think might be one of the greatest shows in this season. And that is The Residence on Netflix. And no, it's not a plug for them, but Netflix, if you're listening, Residence is awesome. Guys, until we meet again, I might show back up. I might come back on here this afternoon. If I do, I hope to see you here. If I don't, plant that first seed and together we grow. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Peace and blessings.